Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to episode 18 of the Epic Experience Beyond Cancer series. Today, we're going to be talking exercise with the owners of Sweat City Fitness in beautiful Los Angeles, California. First, I just want to do a little introduction again. If you haven't been with us before, my name is Gail, aka Sunshine. I am an Epic Experience alumni. Epic Experience was started in 2012 by Nancy Farrow after her son was diagnosed with cancer, went through treatment, and then kind of had a hard time getting his life back on track. He attended a group that absolutely changed his life, really gave him hope and happiness, things that had kind of disappeared. Nancy thought, this is awesome. Let's do it for cancer survivors of all ages. And so that's how Epic Experience was born. So ever since then, we've hosted about 500 campers. Unfortunately, this summer, we've had a little bit of a blip with this thing called COVID, but we're doing some online virtual camps. And if you want some information about those, you can go to the Epic Experience website and find out more. So the Beyond Cancer series was started by the alumni team as a way to kind of reach out to the larger community. We have a very large waiting list. So this is a way to engage people who haven't been able to go to camp yet, as well as their friends and family members and things like that. So we've been talking about all these different kinds of topics. During these pandemic times, we've had these a little more often, and we've talked with various cancer survivors on different topics specifically related to kinds of cancer. We talked to somebody from a survivor Victor. And today we're going to be talking fitness, which is one of my favorite topics. So today we have Chris and Zack who are joining us from Sweat City Fitness in California. There they are. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hey.
So we're going to have a little chat with them for about a half hour. This is also going to be kind of a cool episode. Usually we go for a whole hour of dialogue. Today we're going to have about 30 minutes, and then Chris and Zack are actually going to lead us in a 30-minute workout, which is going to be awesome. So really, thank you guys for doing that. So to start off with, why don't you both tell me a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how you met, how you started Sweat City, and most importantly, where you went to college. Just a few ideas for you.
Sure. Thanks, Gail. So I'm Chris, and that's Zack. And I am from the Bay Area, from San Mateo, Foster City, if you know it. I went to UCLA. Go Bruins.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's the right answer, right?
That is the right answer.
Zack and I went there to school together. I was a year older than him. We actually met in the same fraternity, Sig Ep, you know it. And then we just became really good friends in college and throughout. And then Zack can kind of tell you a little bit more after we graduated about how we started Sweat City.
Yeah, well, I'm from Santa Barbara, California, just up the coast of Los Angeles. Not too bad of a spot to grow up.
Not too bad at all.
Been there. I can show you where Oprah and Ellen's house is if you ever in the area. But yeah, Chris said I went down to UCLA, met in the frat down there. We hit it off pretty quickly. We shared the same affinity for Lil Wayne and fantasy football, so that instantly brought us together there, and we played all the sports on the intramural teams and whatnot. And then yeah, we graduated at 2009. Took Chris about 5 years though, so he was
4 1/4. I was graduated in December of 2018.
Okay,
so.
well, Chris might have been enjoying himself a little bit more at that point than I was.
I see.
May have milked another quarter out of the parents in the old tuition there, but yeah, we lived together our senior year, and we were always just kind of talking shop. We always knew we wanted to start some kind of a business together. It started off talking about like summer camps, maybe like a little athletic training for kids.
Cool.
And Chris, one of Chris's friends that he played football with up in the Bay Area, started something kind of similar.
So yeah, his name was CJ, and he went to Stanford, played football there. And he had a successful fitness company, as well as an athletic training company out in the Bay Area. And I was in between jobs. It was a recession. It was just tough to find something other than just some kind of like introductory level things. So I just kind of reached out to him. I wanted to do something that I'm passionate about, so sports, fitness, and said, hey, CJ, I love what you're doing. Like, is there something I could do part time with you, or how did you start your camps? And he asked me. He said, do you want to do something full time, or is this just going to be like a part time thing? And so I said, you know what? I talked to Zach, and we decided it was something we wanted to pursue. So yeah, we started off with boot camps, outdoor boot camps. We actually, having it in with the Greek system, we did UCLA sorority boot camps.
Awesome.
And then we also reached out to a lot of club soccer programs in like Orange County, in LA. And we started doing speed and agility training with them. And between the two of them, we kind of created our program, which is now known as Sweat City.
Yeah, like the structure that he set up was very intriguing to us because he did fitness for adults with like the strength training boot camp style. Then he's also working with kids, these soccer leagues, basketball leagues, and whatnot, trying to get kids faster. So for us, it was kind of the perfect fit. We like working with adults, helping them kind of get their health in order or take it to the next level. And we also like, working with the kids, getting them faster. It's a little bit of a change of pace.
Definitely.
And we still, we had our background with sports, which we always loved. So we like getting out on the field with the kids and running around a little bit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Side note, but the one kid that I trained from the very beginning, about probably 8-9 years ago when we started in 2011, he was 8 years old when we started, and he just accepted a full scholarship to Fresno State to be a tight end.
Awesome. What sport?
For football.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're very proud. I was a proud coach last week when I found that out.
As always, we like to joke. We'll, of course, take all the credit for it.
Of course. Of course. He would never have been there. He has no talent apart from that.
Without Chris.
Right. So you guys have actually owned Sweat City Fitness for 8 years? What did you say?
9 and a half years now.
Coming up on 10.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow. That's amazing. So now how did you guys get connected with Epic Experience?
So my father, Lewis Chin, I think you guys probably know him as Stud. I'm very good with that nickname.
Love the nickname, by the way.
I know, it's awesome.
But you guys know him as Stud. I know him as Dad. So I think we can kind of merge together and just call him Dud.
There you go. I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
But yeah, he had, I think it was 4.5 years ago, he was diagnosed with thymic carcinoma. So it's behind the sternum. It's a very rare location for it to be. It was a stage 4 cancer. It came out of nowhere. He was just working out, actually, ironically, and he just kind of had a little tingling in his arm for a day. Ended up getting it checked out the next day and found a blood clot, which we did some more scans. And 4 years down the road, he's a cancer survivor and still going. He actually can't be here today. He's actually getting a chemo infusion as we speak. So he'll be on this later.
But for Stud then.
But yeah, so he, we were switching to our virtual programs, and I've never really had a way to train him directly since we're in LA and he's up in the Bay Area still. And he started taking one of our lower impact classes, which you guys will see soon. And he had the bright idea of it. You know what? Like, I know a lot of other people in Epic would really get a kick out of this. Can we set up some sort of something just so they can try it out and see how they like it? So we did like a month just to kind of see who was into it, and we got such an overwhelming response and just such a positive community that we just wanted to keep it going. So it's been, I think, about 3 months now with all you guys.
That's awesome. And so, Zach, you just kind of came along for the ride?
Pretty much. Story of my life. I've been riding Chris's coattails for a while now. Just here to make sure he keep him in line every now and then. But yeah, I mean, honestly, when we found out about that 4 years ago, it was a big impact on me as well.
Oh yeah.
I've had a few family members here and there, but no one who's actively going through the battle. So it's been. I don't know if interesting is the right word, but it's been an experience watching it from day one, and now we're 4 years down the road, and sometimes it's good news, sometimes it's bad news, and it's just a wild ride with this thing, and it's interesting just watching and seeing all the people, how positive the outlook is and everything. And I'm honored to be a part of it as well.
That's awesome. You said it's been going on for about 3 months, right?
Yeah, so it's
part.
It's when Corona hit, we're in our gym right now, and
right.
Let's be honest, we kind of sat around for about a week or so. We're like, this is gonna pass in no time. We'll get back in the studio soon enough. And after that week passed, we're looking around like, I don't know if this is going anywhere anytime soon. So, fortunately or unfortunately, we completely pivoted to all virtual training, because that was really the only option at the time. And kind of like Chris touched on, it's been awesome. Like my mom does the class as well, my sister, Chris's
awesome.
sister. It's been amazing seeing all of our family members and even some of our friends that we couldn't train that didn't live around here. See you guys a few times virtually. So that's been a little blessing in disguise with things in this whole Corona nonsense.
Yeah, interesting. That is pretty cool that you're able to connect with your family members that way. So the class itself with Epic is 2 days a week, right? From 1 to 1:30.
So we've been doing every Tuesday and Thursday at noon Pacific time. I think that's fine for you guys.
And then we also make those classes available on demand afterwards if you can't make it for the live class.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys about training, I guess, more generally. What is the most important thing that you guys try to communicate and do with your clients?
I mean, we're a little bit different in that we're not a gym for 20-year-olds to go and lift as much weight as possible and just pack on muscle and the whole aesthetic reasons included.
Right.
So we have a primarily like a baby boomer demographic that comes to our gym. Even before virtually, we started in small groups. We have a lot of parents in the area here, so it's very like manageably paced. We want everything to be doable but not overwhelming. Have like a positive, encouraging environment. Some people might like more of like a boot camp yelly, but that's not really quite our style. So we just want, in not so many words, we want people to feel good about themselves, both mentally, emotionally, and physically, of course.
Yeah, and I think, besides from like our style inside here, I think what we also focus a lot on is just kind of helping people structure how to go about like introducing a new workout regimen or holding them a little bit more accountable. Because, a lot of people, you get a little lost with these kind of things. It's like, I don't know what to do.
Well, yeah.
This, that, and the other. I'm like, listen, I know you're not going to feel like working out every day. Like you're a human, that's normal, but even those days where you're not feeling up to it, just get in here. And even if you're going like 80%, that's going to be better than doing nothing. So, it's a little bit of a, peer pressure, a little bit of come on, but really just getting people on the 2 to 3 days a week schedule, sending them a text if I hadn't seen them in a couple weeks and, being there more as just an accountability coach. And then, we preach positivity and, come on, you got it. Good job. And so kind of goes along with that as well.
Right. And we're just trying to create like a healthy lifestyle. I mean, humans are such creatures of habit. It's so easy. We have people that will come in 2 months straight without missing a day, and then they stop for 1 week, and then they're gone for months at a time.
That's what we're trying to avoid.
Right. So it's about creating sustainable habits, things that aren't too overwhelming, like we said, but just something that's manageable, where you're feeling like you're making progress, but we don't demand perfection in any given day of the week. So that seemed to work very well for our community, and I think a lot of people, including the parents, respect us for that.
And the low impact idea. I mean, obviously, it makes me think you're not jumping as hard doing it. Does that mean it doesn't involve weights or it doesn't involve anything like that? Tell us a little bit more about kind of the low impact idea.
So the low impact is right, exactly. So first off, yes, we do still include weights and even just body weight because at any age, but especially as we age, that strength and that resistance is really important for us being able to move, just in our daily functions, picking up groceries, putting things on shelves, just from an injury prevention perspective, it's really important to have this sort of strength. But, by all means, we don't want anyone to injure themselves with impactful, especially cardio exercises. Right. So we want people to move, but it's like you said, the jumping, the landing, any kind of harder impact that you run a little bit of a risk. So our goal is zero risk. Everything is just straight, is just to keep you from getting injured more.
Yeah, and then even in here in the studio, there's variations for every type of exercise, right? So that's how we were able to have those 20-somethings in here, and then a little bit of an older demographic.
Right.
We're doing like a squat jump, for example. The 20-something, go ahead and do your squat jumps, but then the variation there's just squat down, extend up on your toes. That's going to be
exactly
there. So that way we did circuit training. We didn't have to like change the style of the class. Everyone could kind of do their own thing at each station based on like their abilities or any injury limitations or anything like that. So that's how you see the HIIT class. Like, for example, we'll do like a high knee set where you're feeling good, fire those knees up as high as you can. If the knees just aren't really working out today, just move those feet in place a little bit quicker or just do some marching. There's a way to work the body, low impact for just about everything.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things I've appreciated about the class that I've been to is you always give options. There's always a way to work whatever muscle it is. It just may not be the same from day to day. You may be sore or, like you said, injured or whatever. That's one of the things I've appreciated the most.
Absolutely. Everyone's got different requirements and different limitations. So, even though most of the class we feel like we're just kind of like saying you can do this or give you this option or this option, and we try not to be overwhelming, but we do know that if there's an option for everybody.
There's a fine line between giving you 10 different variations.
Right.
What did you just say? Like,
yeah, which one? Yeah. No, I feel like it's been a good balance because it does help you remember. I mean, the whole point is to get moving, right? And if you have an option that works, then do it. All right, we have a comment here from the Epic Experience. What are the biggest challenges with exercise, do you guys think?
Biggest challenges with exercise?
Yeah.
That we have specifically, or just kind of our general population?
I would say either.
Oh.
Let's go with either one, whatever you guys want to answer.
I mean,
I would say probably getting people to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would kind of touch a little bit more on that accountability side of things.
Yeah.
And then, honestly, my biggest thing, it sounds kind of weird, but it's like every time you work out, it doesn't have to be like 100% like the craziest, hardest, most aggressive thing you've ever done. It's like, it's okay like every few days to have that like 80% workout, where like you're burning calories, you're making progress. You're not overtaxing your body. It doesn't hurt. You're not like debilitatingly sore to sit up and down and things like that. So I would say, just finding something that you enjoyed and that you can stick with, and having someone like us in our corner kind of telling you like, hey, where you been these last couple of weeks? Like, let's go. Let me be back on Monday. Let's make it happen.
And I would piggyback off of that and agree that there is something out there for everyone. I know. Just like other people, there are some kind of classes or some types of exercises that it's not really for me.
Exactly.
I'm closed-minded, but I just don't think some of them are. So I fortunately for myself found that like I like strength training and circuit training. And then I've grown to love it. So when you see someone that ends up following upon something and kind of has the same passion for our type of training, it's great to see.
Yeah.
I think one of the hardest things for people is knowing themselves and like their own pace, especially as they get started. So what I think a lot of the value that we bring as trainers is we know our customers, we know what they're capable of, we know the people that like to push too hard where, they're going to go too hard and almost injure themselves. We have to tell them to throttle down. But on the flip side, you have to be able to encourage and motivate people to push themselves hard if they need that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just hearing you talk, this is the perfect workout for someone who's going through chemo or treatment because you provide the options like we said, but it's also like you said, Zach, some days you're going to feel like 80%, sometimes 100, sometimes 40. But the thing is, you can still get out there and do it.
It's like, on those 40% days, I'm like, try walking 2 blocks. Start with that, get out, start moving a little bit. There's been times like myself where like we don't feel like working out every now and then. Looking at Chris, it's shocking to hear that. You think this guy's lifting all day long.
Exactly.
Like sometimes,
too.
sometimes we feel like that as well. And I always just say like start with your warm up. Turn your brain off. Just force yourself to go through a little light warm up. You get through it, and you're like, you know what? That was kind of in my head. It wasn't my body. It was my mind trying to talk me out of it. And, I mean, you talk about, going through like a cancer treatment or something like that. Obviously, there's going to be days where you're going to be dragging. Like, that's how it goes, But,
exactly.
That some days obviously rest, of course, but other days, if you think it's just between the ears that's telling you that you can't do it, turn it off, just start warming up. If you still feel that same way, maybe today's not the day, but 80% of the time, honestly, once you start warming up, you're like, you know what, I can do a little something.
Yeah, it's about getting going. Or even at the very least, eat a healthy meal, have a healthy snack, just make one healthy decision for the day, and that'll lead to another one. It's when you kind of just let off completely that it gets you.
That's what Chris was talking about earlier. It's like, usually if you get in a good workout regimen, that tends to lead to other decisions, other good decisions.
It's true.
Usually you go and work out, you're not running out to go to McDonald's right after that.
Right.
Let me get some good thing. Let's keep this rolling. Let me go eat a lean protein and veggie dinner,
Yeah.
And then I see it with my dad, who's been going through chemo for about 4.5 years. He, even beforehand, was a religious exerciser. He only picked up exercise maybe like 7 or 8 years ago once I kind of got into this business. But all the way up until he was diagnosed, he was working out 3 days a week, doing strength training, eating pretty healthy. And all throughout this process, I mean, knock on wood, but my dad's really not had too many bad side effects. He's been healthy, a lot of energy, hasn't felt too sick. And I would have to think that exercising and just eating healthy helps with that.
Definitely can't.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. What effects you've seen with your dad, just in terms of mental, physical. Have you seen it? The benefits you've seen.
Right. I mean, well, if my dad, he's probably one of the most positive people.
Yes.
For better or for worse, he's almost too positive at times with all his jokes. But no, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, Dad.
You're gonna watch this later.
I'm gonna get text.
Right. I think. So I mean, I say that because even if he was having a tough time or not feeling well, I know he would still be in pretty good spirits. So it can be hard to tell. But for the most part, I mean, he's been very honest. He's like, I've had like a little bit of like tingling in my fingers and toes, but he's felt good. Energy's been good. He hasn't lost his appetite. So just seeing that and knowing that he's continuing to keep himself healthy and fit, it makes sense in life.
And I think that's another big part. Like for us, it's not like, most of our clients aren't in this for like rock hard 6-packs at the beach.
Right.
Thing. It's, you forget how much, again, it's like in your head, which is like the positive endorphins that get created.
Totally.
You don't even realize, if you're kind of in maybe like a depressed-ish kind of state, you work out, release those positive endorphins, and, you'd be surprised again, like how many good things that would lead to. But I get it. It's hard to just make that initial push when you're asking people to get out of their comfort zone to begin with.
Yeah.
Comfy in my little bubble where I don't work out. So I understand that, but once we can just get those first couple in there, release some good positive endorphins, we try and just keep it rolling from there.
And I would say having seen and experienced so many people, not even just cancer survivors, but people have challenges and people have bad days in their lives, and everyone's got some sort of stress, and they come in for some exercise, and you just see by the end of it, it's just like that feeling of accomplishment and just kind of just like get your body moving and your blood pumping. It's like it's hard to be in a bad mood right when you're done with your workout. And I've seen it change people's lives. We have a buddy who was going through a really tough time, and he's told us that doing our workouts has really turned his life around, and it even saved his life.
I completely believe it. Exercising is what kept me sane during chemo. So I definitely agree with that. So we have about 5 minutes before we start the workout. If anybody's watching and you have any questions for Zach and Chris, now is the time to get them in there. Just type them in and we will ask them. So I'm wondering, you've kind of talked a little bit about motivation, but I want to ask you more directly. What do you do to motivate people? Not necessarily if they, sometimes I know you're going to have people who don't want to be there, but are just not motivated.
Oh, no,
but what tactics? Some people just flat out don't want to be there. But
they mean
what
that
do you guys do?
I would say the number one way to motivate somebody, and at least for me, what I found effective as a trainer, is just really to believe in somebody. It's like someone's, you really believe that I can do this or do that. I'm like, I know you can. And just that little bit of encouragement and just, positive reinforcement, I think that's truly the best form of motivation. That being said, there are customers, that want to be challenged. Like, see how many of these you can do in a minute, and that's when you get the best efforts.
Yeah, I mean, Chris and I, we try and do our best initially as we're getting to know someone to kind of just feel them out. And, in that few sessions, in that process, there's like, hey, this person responds well when they are challenged. And, this person maybe kind of backs down a little bit or gets a little intimidated when you challenge them. So it's all about, in each individual at the end of the day, which isn't the best answer, but I think it's really getting to know the person before you even decide, like, here's how I motivate people no matter who you are, kind of thing. Absolutely.
No, that's an excellent point, actually, because everybody is different in terms of their history with exercise and all of that.
And you're just not going to know that right out the gate meeting someone. It takes a little bit of time to figure it out.
I think that's also what makes us different because we have a lot of small groups. We don't ever have more than 10 people at a time, or it's a little hard to be individualized. So we'll have sometimes 1 or 2 people at a time, and you get to know people, but you also get to know what makes people have the best results.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. All right, I'm just going to ask you guys one more question. Is there anything that you would want to tell someone who's thinking about starting a program? Anything I haven't asked you related to exercise, Epic, anything like that you would want to share, given the opportunity, which I'm now giving you?
I would say that you can do it. Believe in yourself. We believe in you. Without having known you, we believe in everybody because everyone is capable of getting moving and living a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah. And I would say, start stacking up some little small goals. I think with a lot of people, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm 50 pounds overweight. Like, this is so overwhelming. I have to stop eating anything. I got to work out every day. It's like, no, that's not the case. Like, let's start eating pretty well Monday through Friday. Maybe have a little bit of a cheat meal on the weekend. Get in the gym or do a workout 3 days a week. Maybe go walk on those other days. That's what I tell people. It's like, would you be okay losing 25 pounds in a year? And of course, everyone's like, well, yeah, of course. I'm like, well, that's pounds a month. That's a pound a week. Like, let's take this thing slow. Let's not, I want you here consistently for a year. This isn't going to be a quick fix, unfortunately, or fortunately, honestly. And, we try and get people to love and enjoy the process more than like the end results and being so end results, these overarching 50-pound goals kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's one day at a time, one decision at a time, and just start somewhere. And the other small one I'd say was once you get started, set a schedule because everyone's like, okay, I'm going to do a workout and then I'll figure out when I do my next one. But if you set every Monday I'm doing exercise or every Wednesday I'm going to stretch, it holds you a little bit more accountable.
Every Tuesday, Thursday I'm doing the lit class.
Hey.
Exactly. I can totally say that. Every Tuesday I'm there. It's an awesome class.
And I guess that's a great baseline for everybody, right? Like, let's do like 2 days a week and go from there.
Mm-hmm. It really is. All right. Well, we're going to get ready.
Let's do it.
And those of you who are watching, I really hope you join in. It is a fun workout. It leaves you breathing heavy, even though it's low impact. It's an excellent short workout. I love it. So we're going to let you guys get set up. And then once we're done, we'll come back and we'll just let you guys kind of say goodbye. We'll say goodbye and we'll just have a short get together right at the end. All right?
All right.
All right. Let's do it. Let's exercise.
Get to the fun stuff.
Do you remember how to do this?
I forgot.
That's just a tad.
So if you guys are getting set up, I would say as far as equipment wise, you don't need any weights or dumbbells today. We're going to be pretty equipment free, but if you have a chair or anything that you want for support or balance, that'd be great. If you have like a mat for the ground, we'll be doing a little bit of work on the ground. So if you don't have a soft floor, I would just have a mat.
All righty, guys. So we always start with the, hey, how you guys doing?
Hey.
Down to the side. Welcome to the party.
You started without me. What's going on?
I jumped again. I'll take it back. How about hands out now? Do it a rebound.
Hey.
How we doing? Here we are. We're back, guys.
Well,
all right, guys. So we start with just like a 4-minute warm-up to start, guys. We start off just getting those hips going out to the side.
Yes, well, welcome to our very special episode for Epic Experience. If you're new, you've never done our workouts, it's a low impact workout. Low to medium intensity is what we're looking for. We don't want you to feel overwhelmed, but we're just gonna get you moving nice and simple, and we're gonna feel great after we're done.
That's good there, guys. Get a little trunk turns right to left. And then specifically today, we made it a completely body weight workout. So you guys don't need any equipment or anything like that. And kind of like we touched on in the interview, we're going to give you guys plenty of variations of things as well. So even if you can't make it down to the ground, we'll give you some variations that you can do standing in place. Spread those feet a little bit, guys. A little bend over and across to one side for a few seconds. Same thing going that other way.
So here we're trying to feel a little stretch on that straight leg or bending to the side. If you listen closely, we'll tell you why we're doing things, where you should be feeling it. We'll give you, again, like Zach said, modifications. The other thing we're going to do today after some of our moving around is we're going to get some stretching in between too, so you guys will be feeling loose.
Absolutely. That's good there, guys. Few body weight squats, guys. Feet about shoulder width apart, sinking those hips down into a squat. As we're coming up, little reach over to that middle, making sure our butt is back and our knees aren't going past our toes.
So this is a good time if you have a wall or a chair and you're not really comfortable with the squat. It's a good time. Make sure you check where the chair is first, but have a light seat and then stand up from here, and you can see why this is functionally part of your day.
I've gotten up and out of a chair before. I do that every now and then.
Yes.
I guess I need to work on my perfect posture like that, though, but I'll do my best. That's good there, guys. Hit some big arm circles from there, guys. Loosen them up a little bit. We got some push-ups planned today, a little bit of upper body, so we like to make sure all the muscles from head to toe are nice and fired up.
Yes, exactly. And if you are someone with limitations or injuries, if you find something is bugging it, by all means, find just a different exercise. It doesn't even have to be one of the ones we're saying. We're just here to give you a guideline, but it's your workout.
Same thing going back with those arms, guys. Nice big ones in the back, about 5 more or so of those ones, nice and big. And then just give me a few over under as well. Really work on opening up those chest muscles so they're ready to dominate those push-ups.
Exactly.
Something like that. If push-ups can be dominated,
I assure you they can be.
Oh, I look forward to seeing that, Chris.
Not from me. I can't figure that out.
Few lunges from there, guys. We're taking a step back into our lunge, sinking that back knee down. From there, nice big old stretch, reaching up to the sky, coming up tall, switch to those legs. If the knees don't work out on the lunges, guys, just a little step back, keep that back leg straight, and just push your hips out to the front. Hold each leg about 2-3 seconds, switch on your own.
So here, you can kind of play around with it. You'll see the front of that back leg should get a good stretch, and it's called your hip flexor. And the lower you drop that back knee, the more stretch you'll get out of it. So that's a very good one if you're sitting down all day and you need a little bit of a posture realignment there.
Yeah, let's get one more lunge in there, guys, just to fully loosen it up. Don't fall over. And that's good there, guys. So a little bit of cardio, guys. We'll hit the jumping jacks on, getting that heart rate up a little bit. And again, this is a perfect example. See Chris over there. He's just stepping those out. That'll be the zero impact alternative. That kind of gives you guys a little bit of a taste for our style. One of us is going to be doing a little bit more of a challenging movement. The other one will give you more of a zero impact alternative.
I would love to be the zero impact alternative.
Yeah, you're going to cruise through this one, huh? That's good there, guys. Go ahead and spread those legs, guys. Good reach all the way down that middle. Hold it at the bottom for about 15 seconds or so.
See if you can keep them relatively straight. We should be stretching our hamstrings and the back of our legs there.
Keep them straight. That's what we're always working on over here.
And take one more deep breath, and then let's slowly make our way up. Okay, so here's how the format's going to be. So we're going to have 3 different circuits. Our first circuit, you're going to have 3 exercises, 45 seconds each. You'll get about 15 seconds of rest in between. After you do the 3 exercises, we'll get a stretch, and then we'll repeat.
So this first one here, guys, we're going to do a body weight squat and then 2 punches. So what that looks like is body weight squat down, come on up, little punch, punch, right back to that squat, little punch, punch, back and forth on those ones, guys. 45 seconds. Let's get it, team. Ready, set, and go. So I kind of touched on that squat form before, though, guys, but sinking that butt back, weight is back on my heels. As I come up, a couple quick little punches, right back down. And this is an example. This is what you make, you guys. If you're feeling good, try and move quickly between the 2. If you need to just warm it up a little bit, keep that pace down.
Yeah, but especially if you're someone with kind of knee injuries, really make sure your knees are not going forward in that squat. The more you sit back and where most of my weight's on my heels, the more that weight transfers to the back of your legs rather than your knees.
Yeah, and that squat, it can even be just a slight bend in the knees even, guys. Don't have to go crazy low if the knees aren't doing great.
10 seconds, you guys. You get a little extra depth to these, a little lower. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, 15 seconds of break. The next one we're going to is jumping jacks. So this is our cardio part of the circuit. We're just going to be doing regular jumping jacks, or like we did in the warm-up, we could be stepping side to side. Okay? So we are going to be on in 3, 2, 1, and let's go, guys. Jumping jacks.
Yep, if you're feeling good, guys, we encourage a little bit of a hop on these jumping jacks just to make it even more fun. If you need to step it out, that's okay as well. And this is another example. You can do kind of like a little bit of a hybrid. Try like 20 seconds with a little hop, 20 seconds, stepping it out, feeling good, close out those last 5, hopping around on it. There's your first 20 seconds right there, guys, looking good. Getting that heart rate up, up, up. I like the pace all around. You got 20 more seconds there. I realize I can't see anybody on the screen, so.
Yeah, we're on a little screen.
This just shows that I just have muscle memory. You guys are looking great out there. Even though I can't see you, I'm sure you're doing fantastic.
You look awesome, guys.
Less than 10 seconds, guys. A few more. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. If you can, let's make our way down to the ground, guys. We got bicycle crunches. What you guys are doing here, just twisting over and across, bringing those knees out and in. If that's too difficult, plant your feet, take your elbow to that opposite knee on a little cross crunch instead. Ready, set, and go. Let's get it, guys.
So if you're standing, same idea, just knee to your opposite elbow. Just make sure when you guys are going, you're really rotating that shoulder across. But again, if you're on the ground, that's fine. If you have to put your feet down and just kind of do one, rest it, do the other one. The goal is we're working your core here.
Oh, I feel it.
Oh, Zach feels it. I don't know about the rest of you guys. Zach's working up his core strength.
I said those 6-packs don't matter, but once you get down here, it's like, let's get it.
It's all that matters.
Come on.
20 seconds. Come on, guys. Let's go. Remember, it's your own pace. Right after this one, we're going to get a stretch. So see if you guys can push a little extra here for that extra mile. You got about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nice.
Beautiful. Okay, so from there, you're going to stay there in a kneeling position, so our knees on the ground, and then we're just going to kind of push ourselves forward, so we're getting a stretch in the front of this leg that's kneeling. We're just going to reach up nice and tall, getting a stretch of the whole front of our hip flexor here.
Yeah, if you guys aren't going down to the ground, you can just do a standing version, still stretching out that hip flexor like we did before.
And then from there, I want you to just reach over and across just a little towards the side that your knee is up, and we'll get a good stretch on the outside here for about 5 more seconds. The stretching is my favorite part of this class. Our other classes, we don't stretch. This one's the best. All right, guys, switch knees, the other knee down, and we'll reach up here. I should aim the camera down just to make sure you guys can see us on our floor stuff here. There we go. All right, and then let's just reach across to the side, that knees up for a few seconds, and then when we're done with this stretch, we're back to the top on our feet with a squat and 2 punches.
Yeah.
3, 2, and 1.
Right on there, guys. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. We're back to that squat, punch, punch. Back to the top. All of those exercises one more time. We'll do a different stretch, and we'll get a little breather before moving on to the next one. Let's hit it, guys. Ready, set, and go. So again, weight is back, squat down, punch, punch. Again, the pace is what you make. If you're feeling good, try to pick up that pace a little bit. You need to dial it back. Do what you got to do. Let's get it, guys.
So here's about the time. So now that we're doing it a second time, we've given you all the kind of easier or different options. So if you want a more challenging option, what you can do, you can just kind of go like in and out with your feet for about 3 or 4 of these, then add some punches. We're always going to give you guys harder, but also easier options. You have about 15 seconds. You guys are doing great. Let's see if you can pack some punch behind that punch. Look at how it worked out. Really kind of bring that power. You got about 7 seconds.
Here, come a little closer.
I wish you guys could hear Zach's sound effects. You
got so much faster.
3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, we are back to jumping jacks, but you guys can wait for about 10 seconds. If you're ready to rock and you're doing great, feel free to start with your jumping jacks. If you want a different alternative, you can kind of just like run your feet in place, and that's just going to keep you moving as well. All right, the rest of us that haven't started yet, it is time. Ready, set, and go.
Yeah, and the last alternative, I promise, but keeping the hips down nice and low, guys, and now you're stepping side to side. This one will be a little bit more strength-based versus cardio. Still good for those hips. We like all of them. Pick your poison here, guys. It's all deadly. We're making it happen. There's your first 20 seconds right there, team. You need about 25 more here. Last little bit of cardio on the rotation, guys. Making it happen. I like the pace. 15 more seconds there, guys. Come on, come on.
I thought this was supposed to be easy.
Chris is right between his mat and the chair. He's making me very nervous, and you know Chris well. 5 seconds there, guys. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time.
I would never injure myself doing
That's how
something
accidents
stupid.
happen. Back down to the ground if you can, guys. Back to those bicycle crunches. Remember, twisting over and across to that opposite knee. If you need to, feet are planted. Take that elbow to the opposite one with it planted. 5 seconds, guys. 4, 3, 2, ready, and go. Last one here, guys. We're getting another stretch in. Let's go.
So our goal here, guys, the middle lower back should be firm into the ground. You're not really wobbling side to side too much. That should be balanced. We're just crunching our opposite leg and knee together here. Slow is fine. What we're gonna do, what I'm gonna make Zach do, is towards the last 10 seconds, we're gonna pick up the pace.
Oh my goodness. Do you care about my health, Chris?
I have all the power.
Oh my goodness.
I just know how to motivate you. It's like we talked about beforehand. You gotta know what motivates people.
Woo!
Okay, and you guys got about 15 seconds. And let's start to pick it up, guys. You get a really good 10 seconds. If you have the pace, feel free to go. If not, keep your own pace. But you got about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So you're going to stay down there. We're going to be doing a knee pull. So just go ahead and lay on back for a stretch. And we're just going to be pulling towards our chest. You'll feel a good stretch right on your glute and hamstring here.
You guys can also do this sitting as well. Keep that one leg straight. Bring the other one up to your chest. We always like to encourage some nice deep breaths when we're in this position, or whenever we're stretching, guys. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. On that exhale, always try and increase that stretch. Pull that knee a little closer to you if you can. About 5 more seconds on that leg, guys. And let's switch those legs, guys. Very nice. About 25 on the other one. Chris, you gonna take a nap down there? Did you get your afternoon coffee? All right, Chris is asleep.
What are you calling me? What happened
We're
here?
still doing the class with Epic, Chris. Remember how you said you were gonna make this a good one?
Who are you?
I don't know her dad.
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
5 more seconds on this stretch here, guys. 2, 1, and time. You guys can actually just stay right down there on the ground if you want. Chris will show you the push-ups and the shoulder taps.
I guess I'm up for my nap. All right. So, guys, push-ups, shoulder taps. We're going to be doing a good old-fashioned push-up. If you need to use your knees, that's totally fine for the push-up. After the push-up, I'd like you to get off your knees, touch your shoulder, repeat the push-up. All right, you guys, let's see what you got upper body-wise. Ready, set, and go. So push-up down, either on or off your knees. As you come up, tap, tap.
So push-ups are brutal. I'll be the first to admit it, guys. You can do them on the ground, on your knees or regular, that's great. If not, you can put your hands like on the armrest of your chair or your couch or even up against the wall. A push-up up and down like that. Little shoulder tap, little push-up down from there. Any of you guys who have watched our lit class sizzle reel, you'll see Chris's mom doing a perfect standing push-up shoulder tap variation. So go ahead and check that out and get it.
And that's with a back brace on, too. She had a little fracture.
She was killing it, that's for sure. 3, 2, 1, and time. You guys can stay on the ground. This whole circuit's actually going to be down on the ground. We're going 25 seconds. The leg, these are called fire hydrants, guys. Bring one knee up to that side, back and forth, nice and smooth. We're going to go 25 seconds to one side, 25 on the other one, guys. Ready, set, and go. So you can kind of see me. My knees are more or less staying in the same plane. They're not coming up. They're not going back. Just right out to that side, feeling that hip and booty. And if we're standing, you can either just go kind of either straight or bent leg. We're just raising out to the side. We're working that hip area. Your hips are so important for how you feel and how you move. That is about halfway right there. So go ahead and switch sides if you like. If you want a little extra burn, you can do all the same side, and we'll hit the other one on the way back around. But you guys got about 15 seconds. Really try not to let your whole body twist. It's just your leg. Your belly button just gonna still be facing the ground even when you finish. 7 seconds here, guys. Good work. You've got 3, 2, and 1. All right, flip over. You're still on the ground. We're keeping you down here. We're doing marching crunches. So we're going to be down here. We're going to crunch our shoulders up as we bring one knee in, kick it all the way back, bring the other one in, kick it all the way back. If you want a harder version, keep both feet off the ground as you are crunching. All right, guys, ready, set, and go. I will be doing the easier version. If you guys need a standing version, just give me some marches in place where you're just keeping that core nice and tight, bringing them up there. And my Lakers fans out there, that's the LeBron celebration right there.
Oh, God.
After he beats the Warriors. That's not happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
20 more seconds there, guys.
Warriors.
Yeah, we didn't mention that. Chris and I have opposite tastes when it comes to sports franchises.
Giants, Dodgers.
Besides UCLA, that's the only thing we can relate on. 10 more seconds there, guys. A few more. Crunch those babies up. Bring that knee in there. You got 5 more seconds, guys. Come on, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. You guys can just flip it over from there, guys. Little cobra. All you're doing, just lifting on up, stretching out those core muscles. You can also do this up against the wall or just standing. Stretch out that core a little bit. Yeah, and standing. You can just reach it back. It's a good time to note, if you guys are USC fans, this is the end of your workout, and you may turn off our screens. I think they already did.
And you can Venmo us.
I don't think they're here anymore. And then weight back from there, guys, into that child's pose. So we're sinking those hips back, arms inch out, good stretch in that lower back and hip area.
Yeah, but if we're doing it on a chair standing, you can put your hands there, and then you're just kind of pushing your butt back until you get a good stretch on the outside of your arm here, your lats, and then your hips as well.
Yeah, hold this for about 10 more seconds or so, guys. Nice deep breath again in through the nose, out through your mouth. Try and get a little extra out of that stretch on that exhale there, guys. And just give me about 5 more seconds. 2, 1, and time. A little 15-second breather, guys. We're right back to the top of those push-ups.
Stay down. We are right back to push-ups with shoulder taps.
They were so good that first time. Let's make sure it wasn't a fluke or anything.
I think it was a fluke.
We'll see.
All right, you guys. We are back on in 3, 2, and 1. So make sure you hit your push-up. Keep your core tight on that. Touch your shoulder. Touch your shoulder.
Yeah, and again, guys, those hands can go on the armrest of your couch, a chair up against the wall, recreate that same motion. It's totally fine to bring those knees down for the push-up, guys. Do what you got to do. A little shoulder tap. And again, if the push-ups aren't working out, maybe just give me that shoulder tap or hold that high plank position the whole time there. You guys are more than halfway through this one, team. Give me about 20 more seconds here, guys. Let's go. Last time on these stinking push-ups for the whole day. Let's make them count. Give me a few more. You just got 10 more seconds. Chris is peeking at the clock. His shoulders must be burning. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Right on, guys. Back to that hydrant again. Again, remember, 25 seconds a leg. Just bringing that knee out to the side. 25 one side. You went all to one side the first time. Even out the other way. You switched the first time. Let's switch again on this one. Ready, set it, and go. Keep it up, guys. You're doing great.
So a couple standing options. We went over this one where you kick it out to the side. The other one is like we did in the warm-up. Open the gates. You're going up, rotating out. So you can just kind of be here and cycle out a few times. Let that all ball and socket joint really get that full range of motion in it. Good, about 5 more seconds here. And good, you're at halfway. Go ahead and switch sides.
With pleasure.
Hey, you guys are doing great.
I was hoping you'd say that.
You guys are doing amazing. Let's go. Keep it up, guys. Remember, just go at your own pace. The fact that you're moving and grooving is all that matters. We're getting you in a healthy mindset, one healthy decision at a time. You guys got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, back on your back, and we're going back to those marching crunches, driving your knee in, crunching our shoulders up if we can. If it's too hard to get our head and our neck up, just leave them on the ground and just do the marches for your lower abs. All right, squad, ready, set, and go ahead.
And guys, nice little crunch up. Remember, if you want it harder, trying to keep those feet up off the ground the whole time. Even if you want to do a little hybrid as well, try like 20 seconds with the feet up off the ground. Throw those feet down for about 20 seconds. Maybe back to it for the last little bit. If you're looking good, if you're feeling fine. There's your first 20 right there, guys. Give you 25 more seconds on these. Nice little exhale as you come up. Get that air going back. Want to get all that oxygen back to those muscles so we can keep busting out those reps one after the other. Less than 15 seconds here, guys. Give me a couple more. Don't you dare quit early on me. I know you can do it. You got less than 10. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Sit on up from there, guys. Go ahead and spread those legs. All we're doing is we're just reaching right on down the middle. Good stretch in the back of those legs.
So either from a standing position, you can reach down the middle, or even from a seated position if you guys want to just tilt to the edge of your chair here and lean forward. Just make sure your chair is not going to tip forward like it almost just did for me.
We have so many close calls over here.
I actually fell out of my chair earlier today.
Oh, it's so entertaining. I was so disappointed it wasn't on camera. It's only funny if they don't hurt themselves, right?
Yeah, so it's usually pretty funny because I always kind of hurt myself, but it's just still really funny.
And now feet together from there, guys, a little butterfly. So the bottoms of your feet are touching, elbows on that inner thigh, and then pushing those knees down, stretch out that inner thigh for another 20 seconds.
Good math.
That was a quick one.
You guys are doing just seated. I would say just do one leg, kind of cross over, bigger hip, and then now you got that 10 seconds left. Let's switch here. You'll see which hip's tighter when you guys do this. If you have different tightness in your hips, that's where a lot of your posture probably comes in because you're a little shifted and crooked.
Absolutely. We're all a little off center. It's just about even it out. And you guys are good there. Take about a little minute water break, guys. We just got one more circuit coming up after this. And you guys will be all done. You guys are crushing it. I love it.
This is so fun. Don't we love exercising, guys? You guys are doing great. Well, hang on.
Nobody answered. What the heck?
Yeah, nobody seems like they're having fun. That's all right. We can talk to ourselves for a while. We tend to do that a lot these days.
That's mainly Chris. Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah. So this last one here, what you guys are doing, we're doing a little lunge step. It's another one of our foundational functional movements here, guys. What you're doing is a step back into that lunge, like we did in the warm up, guys. And then if you can, that leg that's back, driving it all the way up, bringing that knee up, that foot comes down, switching those legs, driving that one up to the top, alternating. If you guys aren't lunging, I'd say maybe a little wall sit on this one instead. If you have a wall, you can just post up on it, or even just work on some balancing, just like up and down part there. If the lunging tends to put a little pressure on the knees, so if you got any knee stuff, one of those variations should do the trick.
I got plenty of knee stuff.
All right, guys, let's hit it. Lunge with a knee drive. Ready, set, and go. So we're stepping back, guys. And I've said it before, but always stepping up off that front leg with that back knee coming up each time. The reason there is we just don't want to push off the back. We want to get all the booty and the hamstring on that front leg.
Yep, so if you guys, this is a good chance for your chair, right? If you want a little assistance to make sure you're not too wobbly or you started happy hour a little bit early, so just bring in the chair. We know it's right about happy hour time. And it is the halfway point right there.
I think happy hours are open right now.
Yes, that's also very true. So yeah, guys, remember, get as low as you're comfortable. Even if your knee kind of bugs you, don't step all the way low, but still try to get that balance at the very top. 10 seconds, you guys. You guys are doing great. Let's go stay with it here. And you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, back to your core. We're doing, it's called a saw plank. So we're going to be in a plank position on our forearms. What we're doing is we're using our elbows to pull our body forward, and then we're pushing it back. So we're kind of rocking on our toes forwards and backwards as we go. All right, ready, set, and go. If it's too hard to add the rocking saw plank, just hold a plank from here, or even easier, you can be on hands and knees, and then you're just doing a bird dog. One arm out, opposite leg back, and switch.
Yeah, and then if you guys aren't going down to the ground, you can get a good angle on your couch or on your chair for this one. Still get a pretty good core engagement out of just holding. And then you can also, if you want to recreate the saw, kind of extend up on those tippy toes, sink the heels back, kind of recreate that motion. Woo.
I came, I saw, I conquered.
I saw.
Definitely saw.
10 more seconds there, guys. I hope you did that on purpose. You gotta say yes, but I don't think it was.
I did, of course.
5 seconds there, guys. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. We're closing it out with some cardio, guys. High knees, that's going to be the higher impact version. If that's too much impact, just give me some quick little choppy feet. You'd be surprised how tough that gets after 45 seconds. All right, guys, ready, set, and go. So if you're feeling pretty good, fire those knees up or just give me some choppy feet. You can also march like Chris.
Hey, march and march and march. So yeah, we're just kind of driving knees up. I really want you to try to get your knees up to your waist because that's activating all these little muscles in your core and your hips. So really try to drive them up. If you need a little break, just go to some little ones for a bit and then get back to the bigger ones. Anything you want, guys, just keep yourselves moving like the floor is lava.
We're moving.
20 seconds, you guys. Let's go. You guys got this. It's a great chance to start pushing yourself. You're near the end of the workout. You've done better than you thought you even would. Now let's see what you really got. 10 seconds, you guys. Give me a little extra speed. See what you got. Even if they're just little quick ones, get them moving. Get them moving. My hot feet. You got 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest for just a second. And then we're going to go into a toe pull. So if you want to, foot on a chair, we're pulling that toe in towards us. Or if you see Zach right there, you can put your foot on the ground. And we're just reaching for it so you get a good calf stretch here.
Yeah, mainly calf on this one, guys. You probably feel a little bit of hamstring as well. But the calf part, that's going to be that little toe pull part there.
Yeah. Try to keep your knee straight. Try to really pull that toe in towards your shin.
Again, deep breaths, guys, into the nose. Out through that mouth. Try and pull it and get a little bit lower and switch those legs.
So you've kind of seen the tempo of the class. We try to get your heart rate up with a little bit of cardio and movement, and then we do something slower like stretching or like holding to try to get your heart rate down.
A little active recovery. We're still making some progress while we're catching our breath, knocking out our stretching, all the stuff we don't want to do on our own, basically.
And that's how we become as efficient as possible by letting you take rest with their active rest. All right, guys. Catch your breath for a sec. We're going right back to the top, lunge and knee drive.
Yep, so again, guys, reverse step lunge, that back leg, driving that knee up there. Again, we're always stepping up off that front. We're not pushing off the back, guys. That's how we get the booty on that front leg. All right, guys, 3 exercises to stretch and you're done. Ready, set, and go. Let's do it.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, really see how you're feeling, but if you can get that back knee pretty low to the ground, really try to get it down, drive the knee up. again, you can either alternate legs each time, or we'll tell you when you're halfway, and then you can just do all the same leg, which is a little bit harder, just because you don't get that rest in between. It's about 5 seconds until the halfway mark. Really stretch it out. Lunges is probably the best functional exercise. That's halfway right there. Lunges because you got a little bit of balance right in that, and you're just getting that great stretch in your legs.
I feel it.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, guys. Come on, give me about 10 more seconds here. Really drive up that front leg. Try to really explode up with that knee. And you got about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down to the ground for our saw play.
Nice job, guys. You're almost there. Home stretch, team. Round and third, going home.
So plank's another one of the most functional ones we got. It's one of our foundational ones. So regular plank's fine. Remember, we're trying to saw with our arms, or an even different one would be a handshake. So you would put a hand out, bring it down, and alternate. All right, ready, set, and go. I'm going to do a couple handshakes, and then once I get tired, I'm just going to go into the saw play from here.
Yeah, and again, guys, you can always do it on the couch, like I said before, up against the wall. Try and create a good angle for yourself. This is the last rotation, guys, so if you're standing right about here before, try and inch those little tootsies back a little bit more. Hold a tougher angle for yourself. Get that bang for your buck. You made it this far. We might as well close it out style. Might as well finish strong. I think so. You got 15 more seconds there, guys. Let's go, let's go. 10 seconds. Keep on sawing, you little lumberjacks. Chop that tree down. Give me 5 seconds. Stay with it. 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. We got those hindies. Quick feet to close it out, guys. I want 45 seconds. Whatever you got left in the tank, give it all to me. Firing those knees out as high as you can. That's too much impact. Give me them little choppy feet. Also as fast as you can. You guys are on a 3, 2, ready, and let's close it out, guys. Go, go, go.
This is it, guys. It's go time. After this, we just got to stretch, and you're out of here and on with your beautiful evening.
Woo.
All right, you guys, you are 10 seconds in. We got 35 to go. Get them moving, guys. Let's try to see if we can set the pace a little bit higher than you think, and we're trying to maintain that pace the whole time. Even if you don't make it, pushing yourself that little extra is going to be so much better for you in the long run.
Oh, yeah.
20 seconds, you guys.
Woo.
How's your effort? Take a nice deep breath.
Come on, guys.
Think of happy thoughts. Think of your beautiful summer body coming into shape. You got 10 seconds left.
Come on.
All it takes is one 30-minute workout, and you're in the best shape of your life. It's not
Absolutely.
easy. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Fantastic.
Great
there,
job.
guys. Shake that out a little bit. We got one last finisher stretch, and you guys are out of here. We're going to do it twice, starting by extending up on those tippy toes, reaching up for the sky, holding it for about 5 seconds up there. And then heels come down, those hands follow all the way down to the bottom, guys, and hold. Again, once we're down there, deep breath in through the nose, exhale out that mouth, and try and grab an extra inch out of that stretch.
And your goal is to keep your legs straight, right? Try not to bend at the knees. Really try to just get into that hamstring here.
Whew. And back up nice and slow, guys. Give me one more of those one more time. Up on the tippy toes, reach up, 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 up. Grab the ceiling. Snatch a cloud.
Got one.
Nice. Heels come down again, guys. Those hands follow all the way down to the bottom. 15 seconds at the bottom here with a few good deep breaths in through the nose. Out through that mouth. Extra inch on that stretch on the exhale and hold for about 10 more seconds. You guys got 5 more seconds. Little more, little more, little more. 3, 2, 1. And give yourself a round of applause there, guys. Fantastic job, my little bit crew.
Awesome job, you guys. And like we promised and guaranteed earlier, you were never going to feel bad when the workout's done and you feel accomplished. So hold on to that great feeling.
I feel very accomplished. Woo! How
Awesome.
5?
That was awesome.
Awesome.
Right on, right on.
Well, now you guys know what it's about if you haven't done it already. So we got another class tomorrow at 12 our time, 1 Mountain Time.
Well, we just want to thank you guys so much. Wait, let me catch my breath. And then tell you, thank
Good.
you.
Somebody
That
worked
was
hard.
I'd be
So,
disappointed if you weren't out of breath, Gail. I said I'd be disappointed if you weren't a little out of breath.
just a little. If you joined us late for some reason, this is Zach and Chris. They are the owners of Sweat City Fitness. And after interviewing them, they just let us in a 30-minute workout, which left me a little out of breath. So that last
exercise at the same time.
Chinese is always what gets me.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
If you guys, again, every Tuesdays and Thursdays, there's a link on the Epic Experience website to get to the class. If you happen to miss it, can they find it on your website? Is that where the recorded class is?
You can go to sweatcityfitness.com/epic.
Awesome. And the classes will be there. Zach and Chris, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I look forward to seeing you guys in class.
You guys
All right.
Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye, guys.
Take care.
Epic Experience was founded after my oldest son, Michael, was diagnosed with testicular cancer in 2007. I wanted to offer up hope to other cancer survivors so people know they're not alone, so that they know they can get out and start living again. It just may look different than how it did before they had cancer.
Epic Experience is unique in the fact that we really pride ourselves on trying to take anyone and everyone that we can. It doesn't matter when you were diagnosed. If you've been diagnosed 5 years out, 10 years out, 20 years out, we don't put a timeline on it. We say that, you know what, if you've had cancer come into your life, we have a place for you.
Epic Experience. One word, it's epic. Yeah! You have a chance to come up here and do some things that you've never probably done before.
This camp has taught me, like, why are you afraid? Like, what's stopping you? I got out on the water in the pond here, and I'm like, I haven't done a headstand in a long time. And it's really difficult to do it on water. And I'm like, what am I afraid of?
At camp, it's about healing your soul and your spirit and living beyond that cancer diagnosis, having fun, being with people that understand, and really just embracing everything that life has to offer you.
They just said you were going to go to a camp, and I didn't even know where it was going to be. I got hauled up the mountain and got to play in the snow, and the thing that happened is I rediscovered joy, found myself again. Favorite memories from camp? Running down the hill in snowshoes. It's something I never really considered before.
I got on a sled today, and I'm going to be honest, I mean, I've beat cancer, but I was still nervous to get on a sled.
Well, kayaking is individual. You're all alone in your boat, and it's you versus the elements and how strong you are and getting through the challenges that are coming up, whether they're rapids or something in the water in the way. And with cancer, it's you versus your diagnosis.
Epic Experience is about empowering adult cancer survivors and thrivers beyond their cancer diagnosis. It's about giving them a community in which they feel that they have people they can connect with, that understand them, and have walked their shoes to really know, hey, you know what? I'm not alone, and I have people with me, and it's so important for them to feel that connection.
Things that I used to worry about don't worry me as much anymore. Family is critically important. Friends and experiences is what life is about.
Well, I didn't think I needed this week, but I needed it more than I knew. I needed to just play in the snow. I needed to laugh until my sides hurt. I needed to connect with people, even though I didn't think I did. I needed to find out that I'm not alone in things I think I'm alone in.
So here at the 7W Ranch, not only are the activities that we do for the week amazing, but just the beautiful scenery around alone makes it just so incredible.
I was feeling a bit lost and unsure how to cope with life after cancer. I feel like Epic Experience brought me closer to who I used to be and who I want to be in the future.
Want me to cry when I talk about 7W? It's magic. Just say, it's special.
If you are debating on coming on this trip, just do it. Don't hesitate. I hesitated. I waited till the last minute, and I am so grateful that I came here.
This has been life-changing. This week has absolutely changed my life in ways that I couldn't have even imagined that it would.
Epic Experience is the right name for this experience. Trust, go for it.
Why can't you experience this? It's something that they've already been through, cancer treatments, whatever the therapy is, and this is another way to heal.
If you want to really check back in with yourself and find out where your inner person is and where your soul survives, come to a camp and just let it be.
Don't think about it. Don't wonder, should I? Just do it. Sign up for camp, and it'll be an amazing experience full of a lifetime of memories.